Today our group topic will be the Bahrain uprising from 2011 until present. The series of demonstrations in Bahrain from 2011 until now is actually a part of revolution wave of protests in Middle East and North Africa. In Bahrain, initially the protesters were aiming for greater political freedom and equality for the majority Shia population, but it expanded to overthrow the monarchy of King Hamad. So why the people in Bahrain are protesting? There are several issues behind the unrest in Bahrain. Firstly, the Bahrain is an Islam religion country. However, there are two branches of Islam religion in Bahrain. In the 525,000 of Bahrain native-born citizens, around 70% of them are Shiites Muslim, and others will be the Sunni monarchy. The differences between these two groups are not religion but politics. There's a long-term corruption between these two groups. Secondly, the Bahrain is a Gulf nation who had a parliament popularly elected by the civilians. However, this parliament had limiting amount of power in hands. Most of the power still controlled by the monarchy. This situation really disappoints the Bahrain population. The protesters in Bahrain aim to minimize the monarchy's ability. For example, reduce their power of choose prime minister and other key political positions, followed by the new citizens' problems. The leaders in Bahrain offer citizenship to Sunnis from all over the world, especially South Asia. They provide the new citizens with state jobs, including security forces. This measure had upset the Shiite group. Last but not least, the past tension. A similar protest and demonstrations had occurred before in the 1990s. The Shiite protesters demand for more rights and finally lead to a new constitution in 2002. The public see this success as a perfect example for them to speak out their voice. So that's why they had a protest in Bahrain. The protesters in Bahrain had met an immediate resistance from security forces in Manama and Shah villages. Bahraini government using tear gas and rubber bullets to break up demonstrations caused 14 protesters were injured and one was killed. However, protesters did not run away and continued to stay there. In 17 February, security forces recontrolled the unrest in Bahrain, leading 4 deaths, 600 or more people were injured, and 70 missing. Tanks and armed soldiers are patrolling around the capital city. That day been known locally as Bloody Thursday. Here are some photos for the Bloody Thursday. Here's a video showing riot police firing on largely peaceful protesters during their demonstrations.
صور.
Here I will discuss how the social media have been used in the event about Bahrain uprising. With the progress of Bahrain uprising, the public used many social media to pass the event to the world, such as Facebook, Twitter, posters, and horizon paintings. When you search the word Bahrain uprising in Twitter, you can find that many people are paying attention to the event, and of course, some people share some blog interlinked edits which are about the Bahrain uprising. In some blogs, many people showed their care about the Bahrain torture. They wrote their protest on the paper and took photos of them, and then upload to the internet to spread the information to more people. In this blog, it is said, "Thanks to all who have joined for having compassion and for caring about victims of torture in Bahrain. Please ask your family and friends to join us too. Compassion brings us to a stop, and for a moment we rise above ourselves." On the 7th of February in 2011, Nabil Rajab sent a Twitter that said, "Blocking a Facebook group that caused people to demonstrate against the authorities' policy." When I open the link, the title of the website is Bahrain Center for Human Rights, followed by "In fear of transmitting the sanction and oppression demonstration to Bahrain." Blocking a Facebook group that caused people to go down the streets and demonstrate against the authorities' policy. In conclusion, Facebook and Twitter are well used through the event, and many other social media are used as well.
Hi, I'm Yumi. I'm going to talk about human rights of this issue. As we know, Bahrain experienced an acute human rights crisis in which 47 people were killed. Security forces used access force against peaceful protesters and detained hundreds of people. Many detainees were tortured and otherwise ill-treated. Hundreds of detainees received unfair trials before mandatory courts. Many opposition activities were sentenced to up to life imprisonment. It shows the government action is illegal. The government is the one which need to protect people, but Bahrain government, they didn't do this. They just want to protect the position of the king. According to a result, one of internationally prominent human rights, he announced that he is ending his 110 days human tracker. He informed his family that in spite of not succeeding in achieving the main demand of his hunger tracker, freedom of days, he was still able to achieve his overall goal of shedding light on the ongoing human rights situation in Bahrain. Generally, some celebrities can bring more and more people to protest together. Because of this, they often become the object of the first capture by the government, but they already shock the position of the government. Bahrain is a monarchy. Non-citizens make up slightly more than half of population. King, the head of state, appoints the cabinet of ministers. Approximately half are members of the mini Khalifa ruling family. Independent human rights organizations didn't consider this celebration to be freedom and fair. In other words, the government is the Khalifa family. It can be seen clearly. There is no real human rights in this country. People cannot get the real freedom. They only can use protest this way to say something to the government. Short marching compressed the majority of the citizen population of Bahrain. Also, Sunnis dominate Bahrain's political life and government sectors. Government discrimination against the Sham population was also persistent. Laws indicate that Bahrain has serious racial discrimination. This is enough to lead to social unrest. If people didn't get real human rights, they would be start to protest. There will be an endless war of Bahrain. And Bahrain does have the National Assembly of Bahrain, a populated parliament, but is not powerful. It means the king totally controls the whole country. The percentage of human rights is almost zero in Bahrain.